Welcome to today's video, Unlock the Secrets of Life with Eckhart Tolle's Timeless Wisdom. Are you feeling stuck in stress and overthinking? What if the key to peace is simply shifting your focus to right now? Join me as I dive into Eckhart Tolle's timeless advice and see how his wisdom can transform our lives. Have you ever noticed how much energy we spend dwelling on the past? So often, our minds wander back to moments that have already happened, replaying conversations, reliving mistakes, or longing for days gone by. We sift through memories, sometimes with nostalgia, sometimes with regret, as if we could somehow change what has already been written. Or maybe you find yourself worrying about the future, imagining all the things that could go wrong, planning for every possible outcome, or simply feeling anxious about what tomorrow might bring. Our thoughts race ahead, creating scenarios that may never come to pass, and we become trapped in a cycle of anticipation and fear. Eckhart Tolle, a renowned spiritual teacher, reminds us that time isn't precious at all because it's an illusion. We treat time as if it's a treasure to be hoarded or a resource to be managed. But in reality, it's a mental construct, a way for our minds to organize experience, not something that truly exists outside of our perception. What you perceive as precious is not time itself, but the one point that is out of time, the now. The present moment is the only place where life actually unfolds. It's the only space where we can truly experience joy, love, and peace. Everything else is just a memory or a projection. That is what you need to cherish. The now is the doorway to all that is real and meaningful. When we learn to value the present, we open ourselves to the beauty and richness that life has to offer right here, right now. But it's not always easy. Our minds are conditioned to drift, to replay the past or anticipate the future. We often find ourselves distracted, pulled away from the present by thoughts and worries that have little to do with what's actually happening in this moment. When we're lost in regrets or anxieties, we're living in our heads, missing the present. We become spectators in our own lives, watching from a distance as time slips by unnoticed. The world moves around us, but we're not truly there to experience it. This is what Tolle calls the illusion of time. It's a kind of trance, a dream state where we mistake our thoughts for reality. We believe that the past and future are as real as the present. But in truth, they exist only in our minds. We get so caught up in the mental movie of our lives that we forget the only thing that's truly real is this present moment. The past is gone, its pages already written and closed. The future is uncertain, a blank canvas that has yet to be painted. We can imagine it, plan for it, even worry about it, but we can't live in it, not yet. The only place we can ever truly be is here, in the present. The now is always waiting for us to step into it, to become fully awake and alive. When we do, we begin to notice the small miracles that surround us, the warmth of sunlight on our skin, the sound of laughter, the simple pleasure of a deep breath. Life becomes richer, more vibrant, and more meaningful. We realize that the richness of life has always been here, waiting for us to notice. The present moment is filled with opportunities for connection, gratitude, and joy. The weight of the past and anxieties about the future begin to melt away, replaced by a sense of peace and clarity. We feel lighter, more at ease, and more connected to ourselves and the world around us. By anchoring ourselves in the now, we tap into a source of inner peace that's always available. No matter what is happening around us, the present moment offers a refuge, a place of stillness and strength. Tolle suggests a simple practice. Become intensely aware of the present moment. Notice the sensations in your body, the sounds around you, the thoughts and emotions that arise without judgment or resistance. Just observe and let yourself be. As we cultivate this awareness, we discover that true peace and fulfillment are found right here, right now. The illusion of time fades, and we awaken to the beauty and possibility of the present. The more we practice presence, the more we realize that life is not something to be chased in the future or mourned in the past. It is something to be lived fully and deeply in this very moment. And in that realization, we find freedom. Each of us, whether we realize it or not, carries a certain weight within, a collection of emotional baggage built up over the years. These are the echoes of past hurts, disappointments, and unresolved feelings that quietly shape the way we see ourselves and the world around us. Sometimes this emotional residue is subtle, like a faint background hum. Other times it feels heavy and overwhelming, making it difficult to move forward or find peace in the present moment. Spiritual teacher Eckhart Tolle describes this accumulation of pain as the pain body. He explains that it's almost like an invisible entity living inside us, feeding on our negative emotions and growing stronger each time we dwell on anger, sadness, or resentment. The pain body thrives in the shadows, often influencing our reactions and decisions without us even realizing it. It can make us feel stuck, as if we're reliving the same emotional patterns over and over again. When the pain body is triggered by a harsh word, a stressful event, or even a passing memory, it can suddenly take over. We might find ourselves flooded with intense emotions that seem out of proportion to what's actually happening. In these moments, it's easy to lose perspective, reacting impulsively or withdrawing into ourselves. The pain body wants to keep us trapped in suffering, repeating old stories and reinforcing our sense of separation from others. But the good news is, we don't have to be prisoners of our pain bodies. We have the power to break free from these old patterns and reclaim our inner peace. It starts with a simple but profound shift, becoming aware of the pain body's presence within us. Eckhart Tolle teaches that awareness is the key to liberation. When we bring conscious attention to our inner experiences, especially when we notice the pain body becoming active, we create a space between ourselves and our emotions. This space allows us to respond with wisdom rather than react out of habit. By observing the pain body without judgment, we begin to weaken its grip. We can notice the sensations in our body, the thoughts running through our mind, and the urge to react, all without getting swept away. This practice of mindful awareness is like shining a gentle light on the darkness within, making it less powerful and less frightening. Instead of identifying with our pain, we learn to witness it with compassion and detachment. We realize that these emotions are not who we truly are. They are simply passing states, shaped by our past, but not defining our future. This realization is deeply freeing, opening the door to healing and transformation. Just as sunlight dispels darkness, our awareness diminishes the pain body's power. Each time we choose to observe rather than react, we reclaim a little more of our true self. Over time, the pain body loses its hold, and we find ourselves living with greater ease and clarity. Healing is a gradual process that requires patience, kindness, and self-compassion. By practicing mindfulness, nurturing ourselves, and seeking support when needed, we can gradually free ourselves from the grip of the pain body. Each small step brings us closer to a life filled with more peace, joy, and authentic connection. As we let go of old pain and open our hearts, we create space for deeper relationships, greater happiness, and a sense of wholeness that radiates into every area of our lives. In a world obsessed with labels and achievements, it's easy to believe our identity is defined by possessions, careers, or even our thoughts. Tolle invites us to question these definitions and explore who we really are. He says, the beginning of freedom is the realization that you are not the thinker. Watching the thinker activates a higher consciousness. Beneath our changing thoughts and emotions lies a deeper, unchanging essence, our true self. This true self is the silent observer, the awareness that witnesses our thoughts without judgment. When we connect with this observer consciousness, we experience freedom and realize our worthiness is inherent. We become more open, less attached to being right, and more compassionate. Just as the sky remains untouched by passing clouds, our true self remains pure and unchanging, even amidst life's storms. In our hyper-connected world, we often forget the importance of cultivating inner space, stillness, and presence within us. Tolle says, in the stillness of your presence, you can feel your own formless and timeless reality. This inner space is a sanctuary of peace and clarity, always available regardless of external chaos. Imagine your mind as a lake. When agitated, it's turbulent. When still, you can see its depths. Through meditation, mindfulness, or time in nature, we calm the mind and access deeper awareness. This is where intuition, creativity, and wisdom arise. When caught in thought, we react from fear. In stillness, we respond from peace and possibility. Creating space isn't about withdrawing from life, but about recharging and reconnecting with ourselves. It's about finding moments of stillness amidst movement and presence amidst distraction. In this space, we tap into the source of peace and creativity within. Surrender often sounds like giving up, but for Tolle, it's a path to freedom and transformation. He says surrender is a deeply spiritual practice that brings peace and joy. It's letting go of the ego's need to control and allowing life to unfold. When we resist what is, we create suffering. When we surrender, we accept the moment without judgment. Surrender means trusting in life's wisdom and allowing new possibilities to emerge. It's not about passivity or giving up on dreams, but releasing attachment to specific outcomes. When we surrender to the present, we open to infinite possibilities. We allow life to guide and support us. Surrender is not defeat, it's waking up to the reality that we're not in control, and that's okay. Embracing surrender brings freedom and peace. How often do we find ourselves waiting for happiness, believing it's just around the corner, waiting for the next promotion, the perfect relationship, or the dream vacation? We tell ourselves that fulfillment will arrive once we've checked off enough boxes, reached enough milestones, or solved all our problems. But in this constant chase, we overlook the only place where true happiness can ever be found, the present moment. Eckhart Tolle reminds us that the present moment is not just a fleeting point between past and future. It is, in fact, all we ever truly have. Every breath, every sensation, every experience unfolds in the now. He encourages us to realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. This realization isn't just a philosophical idea. It's a practical invitation to wake up to life as it's happening, right here, right now. When we make the now the primary focus of our lives, we begin to notice the subtle beauty in ordinary moments. The gentle rustle of leaves, the warmth of sunlight on our skin, the simple act of breathing, all become sources of peace and joy. Yet, it's easy to get lost in memories of the past or worries about the future. Our minds race with regrets and anxieties, pulling us away from the richness of the present. When this happens, we miss the beauty and aliveness that's available to us right now. By gently bringing our attention back to the present, we awaken to life's abundance. We notice the laughter of children, the softness of grass beneath our feet, the vibrant colors of the world around us. Each moment becomes an opportunity to experience wonder and gratitude. We start to appreciate the simple things, the warmth of the sun on our face, the taste of a favorite meal, the sound of laughter shared with friends. These small joys, often overlooked, become the foundation of a meaningful life. As we become more present in our interactions, we connect more deeply with others. We listen with genuine attention, share more authentic moments, and build relationships rooted in presence and understanding. The Now Revolution is about reclaiming your life from distraction and worry. It's about choosing to live fully in this moment rather than waiting for some imagined future to bring you happiness. When you shift your focus from chasing future happiness to cultivating present awareness, you discover a sense of peace and contentment that isn't dependent on circumstances. You can start small by pausing to notice your breath, feeling gratitude for what you have, or simply being still for a few moments each day. These practices help anchor you in the now. Engage your senses fully. Listen to the sounds around you. Savor the taste of your food. Feel the textures beneath your fingertips. Practice gratitude for the present and let meditation guide you into deeper stillness. Over time, these simple habits help you experience more peace, contentment, and gratitude in the now. You'll find that life feels richer, more vibrant, and more meaningful. Remember, true life is happening right here, right now. The Now Revolution invites you to embrace this moment fully, and in doing so, discover the happiness you've been seeking all along. In a world focused on separation and competition, Tolle's teachings reveal our interconnectedness and oneness with all life. He says, to be identified with your mind is to be trapped in time, the compulsion to live through memory and anticipation. Tolle invites us to go beyond separation and experience that we are interconnected threads in the tapestry of life. Recognizing this, we develop empathy, compassion, and responsibility for ourselves and others. This realization doesn't erase individuality but expands our sense of self to include all of life. When we see ourselves as part of something larger, we live with more love and purpose. The ultimate truth: we are not separate from life, we are life itself. Embracing this truth brings love, joy, and peace to ourselves and the world. Today we've uncovered Eckhart Tolle's 7 mind-bending secrets. Reflect on what resonated, and if you're ready for more wisdom and transformation, subscribe and join us on the journey to presence. And thanks for watching.